This was just an unbelievable event.
Everything was blowing everywhere because it was ground zero.
It don't look real, but it is.
It was awful. It was awful. We were very sad.
To say I was overwhelmed would be an understatement.
The tornado event for April 27th for Alabama Gas was completely different from what we've experienced before in regard to an emergency situation.
Well, it hit Cahaba Heights about 6:30 that morning. That, of course, heightened our awareness and got us kind of a little more in tune to the fact we need to get prepared.
I remember seeing news broadcast of the Tuscaloosa tornado.
This is a large, violent tornado that is approaching downtown Tuscaloosa.
Our supervisors called everyone back into the shop. We're all in the shop in the break room watching the television.
A tornado signature coming up to Tuscaloosa from the south, downtown Tuscaloosa, downtown Northport.
I watched the storm from my deck in my backyard, and when it went by, I told my wife I gotta go.
You can't really fathom, a tornado on the ground for 7 miles through a densely populated area, without stopping.
As soon as the storm hit, we sent our employees out around the different areas, primarily where they lived.
One of the assets that we had going into this is we pulling backhoes behind every vehicle we had so we could clear a path. We responded to Pratt City the first time. We're going up W, and it's like a bomb done dropped. Once we got there, we put on our safety gear, we grab everything we need, we try to wiggle our way through in the backhoe. We go so far we got to stop. It's power lines down. People walking bandages on their head. They're screaming and hollering for people. So next thing we do, we're smelling gas.
They gave us a spot to go to. We went to Big Lots over there by the Full Moon Barbecue. That was our first spot we went to. And we got to the 13th Street back behind Big Lots there, and there was a blowing main. And we walked into it. We had to walk all the way to the neighborhood to get to it.
You wanted to cry, you wanted to run, you wanted to go out and help the guys, you wanted to do so many different things.
I don't think it's something that anyone will ever forget.
It became apparent quickly that Pleasant Grove was devastated. I stood on the back of a company pickup truck with my BlackBerry and took a video of the area where we were, and I turned around, full 360, total devastation everywhere. Just no way to describe that, and even a year later, it's hard to comprehend.
In all the years of working on emergencies, seeing things happen, whether they were tornadoes or storms, and I've worked on a number of those, I've never seen this kind of devastation. Our employees have never seen this kind of devastation.
This particular incident on April 27th impacted 4,500 of our customers, but complete devastation. So we were not only dealing with gas outage scenarios for our customers, but we're also dealing with complete destruction of property, so that our personnel had so many different issues that they were running into as they tried to make the areas safe and restore service and make sure our customers were taken care of.
One guy go 2 houses down, I go here. All we could do is look at a spot where the house was and determine where we thought the meter was. A lot of the people were just going on scent of gas smell, others were going on sound of blowing gas.
What we had in place, the automated meter reading installations that we'd had, our geographic information system, our automated mapping system, and our customer information system. They used all of that information to try to overlay onto maps where our meters were located.
They actually put house numbers, that were you're absolutely lost in that situation. But when they start doing that, you can start having a good idea where you are and what progress you're making.
Most of our construction trucks have generators on them, but we have portable generators. Well, we use those portable generators to be able to run our laptops and printers and computers from these mobile command centers. We'd never used laptops in the field like this before to print maps and have ready resources there to give to our field folks.
Amy did a great job keeping everybody a bed to sleep in that needed one.
Well, I tried to make sure that everyone had plenty of good food to eat, lodging, place to lay their head at night, just whatever any employee needed, that's what I did.
We had about 800 homes we were able to restore quickly. We now still have over 1,100 homes that are not restored, not rebuilt, and not inhabitable, so we continue to be present in the communities to try to assist them as they move forward with their rebuilding efforts. And we were able to provide much greater incentives than we normally have to help our customers rebuild their homes, restore their service, and be able to rebuild their lives and get back to their daily routines.
We did learn a lot of lessons.
We had our emergency management personnel, our operations management get together and go through a lessons learned process. And we identified a number of items that needed to be improved on. First thing was to take a look at our facilities and whether we had safe rooms available for our employees.
This is the first time we were able to recognize the importance of separating our workforce, divide them into different groups, send some home so that wherever the tornadoes hit, we were able to quickly respond to the emergency.
We saw that there's a need, one, to have chainsaws to be able to get into areas when trees are down, but there's also a need to train our employees on the proper way to use those chainsaws.
We are designing right now a mobile command center that we'll have to be able to use in these type situations in the future. Another device that we have decided to purchase is a remote methane leak detector, which actually works in an area where there's a long site of property that you can't get access to, that we can then determine whether we've got gas leakage in that area. Where we go from this in the future is continuing to expand. As we finalize the AMR deployments, we'll know where all of our customers are located.
This was such a devastating and widespread emergency and outage and devastation that it was important for us to respond quickly to our customers and to the general public.
It's hard to believe what we did that night, and all we were doing was just our job.
People stepped into harm's way and did what they needed to do.
The resilience of our employees is just unbelievable.
We're all a team, and it lets you know it feels good to be a part of a good company like this.
I'm so happy to say that I work for the gas company.